Aloha Diocese. As I hope you know, Queen Lili uokalani has been added to the Episcopal Church's schedule of lesser feasts and fasts on January 29th, the anniversary of her coronation. The Queen was active in many different denominations, but as the Queen reports in her book, Hawaii's Story by Hawaii's Queen, only the Episcopal Church stood by her at the time of the overthrow. Although they were not permitted to visit her in person, Queen Lili uokalani received regular correspondence from Bishop Willis and the Anglican sisters who ran St. Andrew's Priory School, and the bishop was one of the first to visit her when she was allowed to move from her imprisonment at Iolani Palace to her home at Washington Place, next to the cathedral and school. She soon became a member of St. Andrew's Cathedral and was active in the life of the congregation. Her presence with us leaves not only spiritual traces, but physical ones as well. Our archives contain many of her items, including the ceremonial trowel she used to lay the cornerstone of Davies Hall at the cathedral, and correspondence with Sister Albertina while the Queen was in residence in Washington, D.C. But the most impressive relic, to my mind, is the small Book of Common Prayer given to her by the nuns of the Priory. At a clergy gathering in February of 2025, we had the rare opportunity to not only be in the room at Iolani Palace where Queen Lili uokalani was imprisoned and sing what we lovingly refer to as the Queen's Prayer in the very room in which she composed it, but we brought her prayer book, which she said gave her such solace in her imprisonment, back into that room with us. The Reverend Keliawehi reads from Hawaii's Story by Hawaii's Queen.
That first night of my imprisonment was the longest night I had ever passed in my life. It seemed as though the dawn of day would never come. I found in my bag a small book of common prayer, according to the ritual of the Episcopal Church. It was a great comfort to me, and before retiring to rest, Mrs. Clark and I spent a few minutes in the devotions appropriate to the evening.
So we've brought back the prayer book that she talks about, that she used in this room in her imprisonment, that gave her solace throughout her imprisonment, is now back in this room right now. Might be my imagination, leather can do funny things, but this really looks like an imprint of her palm on the cover, holding up some of the